Hello, my name is Rebecca Klepcott and I am the founder of Awesome Archie, the non-profit organisation that supports children within mainstream schools, families and charities by spreading both awareness and free support when it comes to autism and other neurological differences. In this video, I'm going to talk to you very briefly about what we believe at Awesome Archie to be the benefits of owning a Chromebook per child. I want to make it really clear that this is not a sponsored video. I have no ties with Chromebook whatsoever, but it's just something that we have found extremely useful when we're trying to educate our neurodiverse children, whether it be at home or a school, and so it only felt right to share. For those of you who don't know what a Chromebook is, it's actually a laptop that has everything built in it for your child to just open it, log in and go. It has document writers, it has slideshow creators, it has access to the internet, and it also has built-in virus protection. This means that when we ask for Chromebook donations and we receive them, thank you for those of you who do that, we are able to safely give it directly to a child. We don't even need to open that box. We don't need to worry about ruining the warranty. We can give that box directly to the school or to the family or to the charity and know that that child can then have access to their online learning. The reason that we believe children should have individualised Chromebooks is because, as we know, and without getting into too much of the political side, there is simply not enough support and there is simply not enough funding for children in mainstream school who have neurological differences. There are so many children, and we've worked out that in the schools that we work with, there's usually a classroom of about 30, and on average there are sometimes between 2 to 4 children who have either an autism diagnosis or don't have a diagnosis but definitely are on the spectrum. And those children are completely unsupported. It takes a child to be at their very lowest ebb for them to get even the most simple amount of support from the council, which is something that we will continue to fight for. But this is the reality that we're in. The schools that I volunteer in, I'm so grateful that they allow me in and to come and deal with their children, help them catch up with learning. However, there's only one of me. And even if there were 100 people like me who did it, it would still be nowhere near enough. By giving a child with a neurological difference a Chromebook of their own to keep at school that has their name on it, it means that that child can have their work on their desk all the time. It means that if that child is having a disruptive moment, rather than throwing pencils, knocking chairs, making noises, doing things that are distracting the rest of the class, which is also not fair, they're able to perhaps go on to, let's say, Times Table Rockstars. Other maths games are available. It also means that the teachers can find it slightly easier to differentiate the work, and knowing that they can actually log on to the Google Classroom and have their work set for them individualised without the need of a TA. This means that we're not trying to force this child into perhaps a subject that we know is way above their curriculum level and having an adult come and support them and essentially try to do the work for them, which is what a lot of us tend to do because we're looking at Ofsted results, etc. That's another story. But it means we can individualise a lesson for that child's need. In an ideal world, for me personally, every single child in every single school would have their own Chromebook. And it means that any work that they miss through illness or a dental appointment or the fact that maybe they had a falling out at lunchtime and they've missed the half an hour of the first English lesson, it would all be there in Google Classroom and they could perhaps catch up with it at home or when they just feel a bit more stable and recovered. But this is why we're asking you for donations of Chromebooks. It's absolutely imperative to me, and also it's lawful, that every single child has a right to an equal and well-rounded and well-taught curriculum. Just because a child has been born with a neurological difference, I don't see that that's a reason to be okay with them not catching up with the lesson or not being able to access a similar lesson at their ability. But I also understand that without additional funding and without 4 TAs per teaching class, it's not going to be achievable. And we know that that's not going to happen, for goodness sakes. A lot of the time, classes have only got one TA or none. Unbelievable. So this is why we believe Chromebooks to be incredibly important. And if you do have the ability to buy one for your child, please do. They are really, really good and really, really useful, and they're safe. I mean, you still have to be careful. Of course we do. Everyone has to be careful. But I think they're the safest version of a laptop. There's a lot less freedom for children with a Chromebook. So there we go. I hope you found this video interesting. If ever you do have a spare £250, as if, who has? But you never know. Please, please buy me a Chromebook and send it to me at Awesome Archie, and I will distribute that to a child who will literally have their educational journey changed by your kindness. Thanks for watching.